ADHD is a non-developmental disorder that mostly affects children, but can be diagnosed in adults also. The average age of the diagnosis is 7 years old. The ages when the symptoms start to come in children is usually between 3 and 6 years old. According to the CDC, the diagnosis of ADHD kids is rapidly going up every year. Some of the symptoms that you have look for from having ADHD, like me myself, you have trouble concentrating or focusing, you have difficulty organizing things, you are being forgetful about everything and it takes you a while to do stuff, or having problems sitting still. And there's three main types of ADHD. There's attentive type, there's impulsive type, and there's hyperactive type. The attentive type is getting distracted real easily and you can't concentrate or do anything. Impulsive is when you interrupt and you're just mean to everybody. And hyperactivity is you can't basically just stay still. You're all over the place. You're doing everything. Each type of these things can have a hard effect on kids. Children and adults who have ADHD can have a lot of symptoms with it. There's some medications that you can get for ADHD. There's some of them are stimulants, some of them are non-stimulants. And for adults, you can do that too, or also for adults, they can get therapy, and for kids, they can get therapy or counseling. Now, I will talk about ADHD in adults. It's really similar to kids, but adults mostly get diagnosed whenever they're in their early 20s or early 20s, late 20s. It affects them making decisions in their life. It can affect their families. It can affect a lot of things in your life. For me, I have impulsive and hyperactive ADHD. It affects a lot about what I do and how I do things and how I work around other people. Another thing about ADHD is that is one of the causes of suicidal. Kids with depression are going through a hard time to have ADHD, and families that can't afford the medicine for it. It's a hard life for kids like that. ADHD in adults can also be hard because nowadays it's hard to get insurance with the type of ADHD that you need. ADHD can be diagnosed in adults and children of all ages. ADHD can make basic risks seem impossible. They can also make people make wrong decisions. But for me, it's not really that bad for having ADHD.